We welcome the Reverend Rob Brown, Rector at St. Matthew's Episcopal Church, Spartanburg, South Carolina.
Good morning, Church of the Advent, and thank you for inviting me to be a part of your daily devotion. I was told by your associate, Paula, that your theme is around the concept of joy. That's a pretty wonderful theme to have, particularly during, I think, COVID times. In Hebrew and in Greek, whether you're looking at the Old Testament or the New, the Simcha, I believe, of Hebrew or the Hara of Greek, each time that joy is used, it's always placed around the fulfillment of God's will. But if that's the case, that doesn't always mean that what's been leading up to it has been filled with gladness or happiness. Sometimes it takes real effort. Well, for the last few weeks, in our evening compline at St. Matthew's, we've been using this psalm, Psalm 133. Oh, how good and pleasant it is when brothers and sisters live together in unity. It is like fine oil upon the head that runs down upon the beard of Aaron, and runs down upon the collar of his robe. It is like the dew of Hermon that falls upon the hills of Zion. For there the Lord has ordained the blessing, life forevermore. How good and pleasant it is when brothers and sisters live together in unity. If we're really looking at joy as something that we feel when we are in the midst of fulfilling the will of God, that means sometimes we have to work at it. We have to truly try and do what God would have us do in the world. In a time of division, in a time of outright brokenness, when it's too easy to ignore our neighbor or to harbor really harsh feelings about those with different opinions, to fulfill God's will actually means that we make the effort to dwell together in unity, to care deeply for another despite any differences. So yes, sometimes joy is going to actually take work, because the joy comes after the fact. It comes after we have worked hard to fulfill the will of God. Now, in these last days, it's actually been beautiful outside, with sunshine and cooling temperatures, a little touch of fall in the air. It's easy to feel joy and happiness when things are right and when things are good. But God would actually have us work toward that joy by doing His will, by trying to fulfill His prophetic word, even when it's difficult. And so, for today, well, actually for more than just today, to build toward experiencing God's love, work together, to listen to the other, to care for those with whom you might disagree, and to look at the other person and see, instead of someone that you might be opposed to see the face of Christ. Once we've done that, joy is actually the eventual outcome. God's peace, Church of the Advent. Have a wonderful day.